Oh, sorry. I just realized my mic was off, everybody. So I probably sound like an idiot for the first 2 minutes here. So once again, Jay Mutney, welcome. As I was saying while I was muted, and boy, do I feel silly. Um, my chat box is not working. I do see you there. OBS did a massive update, which kind of messed with some of my settings, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to give a little walkthrough of what we're doing. As I was saying before all that, keep track of everything. I can show that I'm doing playtesting, world building, or story building. That way, if anybody hops in, they can tell what I'm looking at there. Now, I have done a fair amount of work on this. So right here is the box, the event editor, and just this one page here is all that little stuff, not too much. I don't want to save anything. Intro part 2 jumps to this page here. And honestly, I don't remember where I hit the tile on this one. But if I can ever find it, I will show you this tile. Apparently I did too good of a job blending in here. And then it will start. So I'm going to give everybody kind of a preview of what everything looks like from a new game. And then I will tell everybody what I'm working on. Okay, that's interesting. My controls were inverted there. So this is the opening I'm working on. Although I'm having issues with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close out of this real quick and relaunch. Basically, I'm pulling the old reset there. Jay Money, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, like I said, don't hesitate to ask. I'll do my best to explain everything. I was predominantly play testing up there. So you notice there is audio by nature. I've noticed that if I do leave this game open for too long, it doesn't like to work. And I have to hard reset. Mainly because it's a little on the larger side. Like I said, I'm just going to give a little walkthrough of what I have and explain each of the steps here. So I'll show you the whole playthrough of everything that is set up. As soon as the game loads. So let's try that one more time. Let's see if I can get that to load. Unsurprisingly, I still can't actually find the box I did. I hit it a little bit too well. Okay, now it's working better, so let's try this again. Oops. I'll go into the continue game in a moment. So it's basically set as a game where the world was once one, and the world was divided in two. Our world known as Earth, the realm of magic known as Althea. Uh, Earth still had magic, so it's basically narrations. The villages that subscribed basically kind of act as defense points. Your characters are from one of these. So if you notice, I don't show anything other than this character, who will be the final boss once he is revealed, and a goblin. And that is because there's going to be a twist involving the information. So your character wakes up. You're in a large room. Classic RPG town. That is all automated. I don't control it. So I can move my character around. I'm not going to let them go into a room I don't want them to yet. Now, I'm going to actually force, and I'll show this to you all once I'm done, the trigger of this next cutscene by making him walk down a narrow path. This is your mother, or at least your adopted mother. Now, something interesting, and I'll show it off in just a moment. So, your mom is suspicious of something about what your father's doing. Shocker there. You live in a mansion. You'll get a feel for it. Something fun I did is I kind of prevented you from going anywhere but to school. And I'll show you that after I'm done. So, all this fun stuff here. If you notice, the character changed costumes. And I'll actually show you how long each one of these takes. So 3rd floor. Once again, I locked myself off so I can't go anywhere but there. I've actually done a lot of play testing to try and fix any bugs. So, you notice she called Drew there instead of Leon. I need to go back and clear out this cutscene. It had a old name in there. So the fun part is, this is actually one scene here, or one map. To make this work, I actually teleport you to another map altogether. And then I will teleport you once more back to another map, if I'm not mistaken. So 3 maps altogether that you get teleported to. So she kind of gives the hint that you two are 2 of the most skilled students at the school. Part of the explanation for why they can do so much damage with their magic early on. I'm trying to explain it as I go. So the reason he looks this way, and I'll get that to a moment, is spoiler, is going to be the first boss. And as you can see, a bit of an arrogant prick there. So I do have some cleanup stuff to do. I'll go back and do that. That's why I do a lot of playtesting. So that's a rough example of the opening. Now, something I want to show you is they're both set to level 99. And the reason why they're set to level 99 is while I'm doing the playtesting, I don't want to encounter any problems yet. So I'll do like a run through once I get the playtesting done, then I'll do an actual run through of the game normally. So let me head back to the editor. So that last little bit you saw there, just that one cutscene, you'll notice there she is. To make that last little cutscene to happen, this is everything I had to tell the system to do. Basically what I did was I made it so that the followers were turned off. Moved just the main character. Actually, I didn't even have Serena added yet. So you're by yourself. It looks like you're in a party. She moves right behind you. Makes it look like there's a conversation going on. And what I'll do is summon Serena at the exact same place. And make them move forward while erasing this event. So that's how you got that fun little transition there. Now the other one. School, 3rd floor, homeroom, cutscene 2. So, right here, there's nothing there until a trigger happens, and then he'll show up. This little don't want to touch anything there. This little cutscene that you saw in there was everything here, so each text box typed out. Timed out for how long they'd wait. And Sig shows up and has their whole conversation, but that whole little conversation is about that long. Now, as for why I gave Sig that color, I'm going to go to my character selections, load, I believe he's here, so let me check. So, the reason why he looks like this, you can see him in an armor type costume. He is going to be the first boss. Is because if I go to settings, I can do anything from select the actors, terms, region, etc. Me messing around with. But that is him in boss fight form. Welcome to the second person who's joined us. So I had to make the character match the sprite that he's going to be using. Now, for what I'm actually doing right now is I am setting up the conflict for that. So if I go over to here, there's a bunch of different stuff. So these characters will all kind of change. So when this event is triggered, it actually moves the event down invisibly, turns into 6, so it looks like he's coming out of the building. And they start a, they're going to start a duel. And that's where I'm kind of getting stuck right now. And I'll show you what it plays out as. I haven't been able to get the last bit of this transition to go smoothly. So we'll give this a test. As you can see, it takes about 7 minutes for me to get that far. By the way, one thing I did do, right in here, I set up a nurse's office in case you need to get healed. Just talk, and it'll restore you. Passed out guy. This is your first time allowed into the gym. So you can challenge other skills to improve. Matches. Yep. It's part of the reason it's taking so long is getting all the timing down. You'll actually get to see it in a little bit. And I think I see the problem for whatever reason. I don't have that positioned correctly. I'll work on getting that taken care of later. So matches will be chosen at random. So it actually is random here. Now, I don't have students in here. Actually, I don't have anything here. It'll start battle. Since I don't have anything, it'll end it automatically. I can keep going, or I can end. So, what I'll do there is I will end for now and head out. This is where I'm having... We'll go for my cutscene. Once again, Sig is going to be his usual self. As you can tell, I've given him his own theme. So I tried moving him around a fair amount, ran into some problems here or there. So he's setting the bait. And that's about where I'm at, so I'm actually kind of frozen here. So I'm going to head back to the editor and work on this a little bit. Oops, and one thing I forgot to do is I'm actually going to go back and take a look at what position my characters are in at the end of it. And I found a spelling mistake that I'll take care of later. So I'm just going to go through this as quickly as possible. And that's where we're at. So she's going to be facing down up by there. So I am going to go ahead and work around that there. Head here. So insert text. Main. Oops. These are pre-mades here, so I'll actually go to edited character. There she is. That's what I'm going to have her look at. Go to dim. And now I'm going to use a keyboard off to the side to type in real quick. If I can ever spell. Ah, which apparently I cannot. Really cannot spell. So there's the text, going to put that there. And what I will do is once I get done with this, I'm going to go ahead and try and get, like I said, goals to at least get the start up for the boss battle in this go here. I'm going to go to set movement. Set movement route. Player. I don't want him to go, so I'm just going to have him turn up. And mark him there just so I know roughly where I'm going. Ah, as I messed that one up completely. I did not save it. So I don't need to do that. I know where he is, roughly. Edited character, here's my Leon faces. I do believe he was in street clothes, so that. Believe it or not, I don't actually have a script I'm working on right now. Forever joined us, welcome back. Or welcome. And I'm actually not telling if I'm doing story building right now. I forgot to mention that. So before I go any further, I'm actually going to show you what happens if I don't end this correctly. And what we'll do is I'll trigger this little scene here. I will not take any of the fights. I just want to get to this right here. So I'm going to speed through the text here. So as you can see, I'm kind of stuck in a loop there if I don't do anything. So that's what happens if you don't end a event properly. So what I'm going to do is head back to this event. It's going to be a little bit of text. There's 3 different pages. Basically, they're pages in a story, going one after another. So I'll drop down to Serena's facial profiles. I wish I could just hit them as there. So the reason why I dropped down there is if I go too far, it will actually run off the edge and the text will look very weird. Did not want that one there. I just wanted that. So I'm copying the text, not because I want the text, but because I want the go in there and just not have to re-put in the same information again. So I can just backspace this. And won't be a little sister, or any types if she didn't blackmail him for some food. Once again, my horrible spelling coming into place. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually going to jump back over to the first page. Tell it to apply, exit out that way. I'm going to go up to the gym and see how I set the system up to make it look as smooth and transition as possible. By the way, these two ladies here, you'll see them again in a little bit, along with this guy. Alright, I am going into the gym. Alright. Yeah, it has autocorrect in there as well. Gotta love it. So it doesn't remove the character. So the reason why I'm checking this right now is, let me finish this one up, and I'll show you what it'll look like if I don't do this right. Ah, that's what I did. I changed the player followers off. I actually activated the next character. So she was actually, the Serena you see talking wasn't there initially. I actually switched out that one with a different one. So we have the setup for our first match here. I'm going to do a quick run through of this. Little scene, and this is why it takes so long, is I'm actually going through and trying to make sure I don't break the game. And that everything moves smoothly. So go here. By the way, you'll notice those two disappeared. This guy was not here. And he'll disappear when I come back out. It's all the settings I use. Once again, don't care about the match. So right there, that is the original Serena. She just got swapped out with a different one to be controlled at this point. So I am doing like the old school RPG, so I'm trying, can't do as neat as I used to. The other thing I'm looking forward to is just, as you can see, she turns down. I want the characters to at least be facing in the direction. And you'll notice I changed the music back once I get to where I want. He faces up. So, yeah, I need to check spellings and stuff. And I'll take care of that a little bit later. So, as you can see, it loops here. So, what I'm going to do is actually create a... I'll create a new tag in a moment. For this one, so control switches, single, going to give it a name. I'm going to call this one Deal to Duel. And I'm going to let that one turn on to make her disappear. So, now what we're going to do is to wrap up this scene. Here comes the fun part. Oop. I'm actually looking for... Show, there should be not balloon, movement character, animate balloon icon. So I have a lot of events here. So it's arena. We'll have her wait, show text. And she'll mark it by saying, excellent, let's go, or something like that. All right, I'm misspelling there. Not the best autos. I believe that's the right one. Excellent. Let's go. Like I said, part of the reason you're seeing me look down is I am looking down at a second keyboard here. And what I'm going to do now is set 2 movements. First for this character, actually first for the player, which was right here. And I'm going to have him move down just 1 spot. Do the same thing, set movement route. This time I am going to change it to Serena. By the way, if you notice, I do have a vent on the statues. That means I could actually make those statues move around. If you want to go real horror movie type stuff. Ah, as I did that, I messed up. I do that a lot. As I did the exact same mistake again. Okay, 3rd time's the charm, I promise. Alright. Go to Serena. Move her over 1. Tell her to go down 1. Now, the other thing I need to do is for the player. If I don't tell him to wait, this effect won't look convincing. It'll actually look kind of weird. And then I am going to... Let's see, don't need to change anything. Picture movement, I'm looking... I lose track on here, so do forgive me for this. Show text, show choice. So if you really want to mess with someone, I could take Leon and increase his level all the way up to immediately. Not what we want to do there, though. Change party follow... There it is. Character. Change party followers to on. Okay. And then... what I'm going to do is trigger... a deal to duel. And then what I'll do is create a new event page. Don't want anything running there. So that takes care of this one, and it'll let me go about my business like normal. Now, the problem is, if I don't get rid of her, and I'll show you what that looks like in one moment. Go back to playtesting. We'll get to see how this plays. You also get to see how this looks when I don't do this correctly. Alright. Welcome to the gym. Don't want to have any matches. Out I go. So yeah, if I don't do this right, it kind of messes everything up. As you can see, Serena kind of just disappeared at the wrong time. And the reason why that happened is because I didn't set a switch. So actually, let me delete this event page. I'll come back to it in a moment. Let me make sure this one's correct. Got it. Once again, like I said, this is why it takes me a while to get through stuff. I did nothing to this event, so no problem there. And we'll try this one more time. And what I'll do here is once I finish up with this, I'll go ahead and work on this some more. So I'm going to speed through this. Now here's what this is going to look like if I don't tell her to disappear. He disappears, music goes by. And it cuts the character in front. So they're all kind of stuck there now. So that's why I need to deactivate it. What I'll do is I'll finish up this. Both characters, make sure we don't run into any issues. And this should allow me to, this one little fix should let me go through and finish this all up here. So once again, going to have to cut in. And you have, So we're going to finish going through this as quickly as possible. All right. So that is not working according to plan. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go back to that event and change the order. So cut out that one. I want to paste it right above. See if I can get this to work a little bit better. Edit this, add one more down. And I'll do the same for my other character. Tell it to move down one more time. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to doing that there. Switching back and forth. Going to save it and try again. So not going to take the fight there. So, ooh. We ran into a little problem. Serena was supposed to take a step forward. So priority below characters. Got it. So I set them to the same priority level so they actually couldn't cross each other. So one last attempt here. As you can see, it's a lot of trial and errors to try and debug the game. So the problem was, and I can't show you to it, but right in front of the sign there was an NPC. And the NPC Serena and that NPC were set to the same level, so they couldn't cross each other. Okay, that effect is not actually moving well. So you can actually see where it's having problems, and right now I'm actually kind of stuck on that. Deals with deals with that. Hmm. Honestly, I don't have a answer for that. So since I like to keep these things to about an hour, I'm actually going to end this here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see me work on this some more, please go ahead, drop a like and ask. If you're enjoying this stuff,